Hey everyone, Merry Christmas, and welcome back to another video of Cosplay with Arena. Now in this video, I'm gonna be showing off of one of my favorite props throughout one of my favorite Spider-Man films out there, which is the Amazing Spider-Man starring Andrew Garfield, directed by Mark Webb. And basically, what I'm gonna be showing here today is a replica of Peter Parker's camera and backpack. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with the pride and joy of my Spider-Man collection. This is the exact same camera that they use in the movie, which is a Yasha Electro 35 GSN. Now, one of the parts I always did find kind of amusing about this camera is that they went with a camera that has the name Electro in it. I'm not sure if that was intended to be an Easter egg for one of the past Spider-Man villains, or they just so happened to like the look of this camera, as it was like a big callback to the classic camera that Peter uses in those classic Spider-Man cartoons and comics. So just to clarify here, this is one of the world's first electronic film cameras out there. And I've already started to do some photography with this, and for my surprise, still works to this very day, and I'm actually very pleased with it. And also, just to clarify here as well, that I even got the exact same flash that was used in the movie from when Spidey was actually trying to get some photos of the lizard, but ends up getting his camera crushed afterwards. So spoiler alerts. So, and just like the flash in the movie, I also include the label maker of Property of Peter Parker, which I'll point out right up here. So you can tell from the photo up here, it is pretty close to the flash that I actually have here, and also pretty close to the actual labels I went with. And also additionally, as part of it, I also added the kind of similar looking camera strap that they used in the movie. Well, this is basically the closest I could find, because in case in point nowadays, the actual style strap that they went with these cameras is like hard to come by, so I basically went with the alternative, and I'm pretty happy with the results. So with that being said, let's move on to the backpack. Alright, so here we got a better look at the backpack that Peter Parker uses in the movie. Now, just to clarify here, this bag that I got right here isn't actually the same make and model, and allow me to explain. The bag that they use in the movie is a Jane Sports Slacker, which is extremely hard to come by now standards, unless if you get lucky on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, or when you can lucky. So I was able to get a Jane Sports Super Break and modified to look like a Slacker, and that is by giving it the bleached denim look, like what you see here, the keychain holder right up along here, and just like the bag in the movie, I just custom sewn all these skateboard straps, like what you see in the movie. So it's basically like the Coyote tan straps with the adjuster buckles, as well as this 3-point clip right up along here. Now, some people have also been clarifying to me, all from what I've read about whenever I've thought about putting this bag together, is that can you actually hold a skateboard onto it? I did actually got a skateboard, which I'll do a tutorial videos at some point, and I tried it on there. Like, it sort of worked, but it didn't totally work. So I'm just gonna unclip it like so. So yeah, that's basically where the skateboard is going to strap into, and you just clip it together. And yep. So later on throughout this video, there's going to be like a little process video of me putting together this backpack, so you guys can have a better idea on how you could do this at home. So with that being said, take it away. Alrighty, so before we start the weathering process, I'm going to grab some painter's tape or masking tape, and I'm going to cover up the Jane Sport logo, just as a way to protect it throughout the weathering techniques. Otherwise, your JanSport logo wouldn't look pretty throughout the process. Now for the weathering. I'm actually grabbing some white fabric paint that I poured into a paper plate, grab a dry cloth, wiped it all over random sections of the backpack, and then wipe off the excess with a damp cloth. This would actually give the backpack its bleached denim look they would find on a genuine JanSport slacker. Alrighty, time for some sewing. I'm actually just prepping up my sewing machine when it comes to modifying the backpack. I actually enjoyed sewing throughout most of my cosplaying career. It's a pretty handy tool to come by, so I always kept that in mind whenever I'm modifying some tactical gear or doing some minor repairs. Whereas throughout the process of this video, I'm actually going to be sewing custom straps on the backpack and a keychain holder throughout the lower pockets. The reason why I went with khaki tan straps for my backpack, it's because it's basically the actual color straps that they use on the Screeny's backpack. The same thing can be said for the 3-point clip and the adjuster buckles. And I'll leave a link down in the description below when if you're interested. For the keychain holder, I'm adding a couple of drops of super glue to keep it in place, which is basically like my alternative to sewing needles. And I do apologize for the angle that we're in. By the time I record this, I was actually focusing on getting it sewn onto the backpack along the way. The reason being is I'm trying to make this as smooth as possible, even though when I'm sewing it, both along the edge and where the holes are cut. The final step in this process is by seam ripping the seams and the skateboard straps in, and we are ready to go.
And there you have it. 2 props of one of my favorite Spider-Man films out there. This actually brings so much nostalgia back to me, and I'm very pleased to be having them whenever I'm cosplaying as the characters sometime in the future. So be sure to stay tuned for that. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. So without further ado, I'll see you in the next video, and a Merry Christmas.